Some people, when they're looking for a recommendation, ask their friends. Some people go to Google, some go to ChatGPT or some other AI solution. And some people go to a very unique solution. I'm going to tell you about that in a couple of minutes. My name is Micah. I am the co-founder and co-owner of Dream Support. We are a remote executive assistant agency, which means we provide remote or virtual executive assistants from the US for our clients fractionally, anywhere from 5 hours a week and scaling on up from there. So we work with a lot of leaders across mostly the US and some international, and providing a lot of administrative support and doing all kinds of things. One of the questions, though, that I get from prospective clients is about the use case. Like, how do people utilize their EA? Like, tell me some examples. And I can tell you the traditional ways, in which they would help clear the overwhelm of managing email and calendars and documents and, agreements and client communication, critical administrative things and components. But also, there are some non-traditional ways. So I want to focus in on the non-traditional ways and then go back to the thing I mentioned in the beginning. So there have been a few really unique, every client has a very unique sort of use case for their EA. And it doesn't just stop at business. A lot of them have their EA partner with them in very unique ways that kind of blend across life and business and other pursuits or hobbies that they have. A couple of examples. One of our clients puts on a yearly golf tournament for him and his buddies. For no other reason other than have that social time. And so he one of the things that he has his EA do is put together sort of the golf packets and put together the registration and organize everything for those tournaments. Not just for fun, but he pours resources into that because it's important to him and his network. So that's an interesting example. Another example would be we have a client who would frequently go back and forth between like New York and Miami seasonally, right? There's a lot of this migration that happens on the East Coast. And it was about time to go back to his place in Brooklyn, and he had a Peloton. And he wanted to have that Peloton disassembled, packaged, shipped, received at the other place and reassembled, but he didn't want to do any of it himself. So how do you do that as a remote EA? So that's a good question. Now, they found the solution. I'm just saying these are some of the things that are very interesting use cases. Another one would be, someone who lives in a small town in Colorado said, hey, I need a Spanish tutor for my family. Now, they travel a lot. So I need a Spanish tutor with a Mexico City accent that could do in-person tutoring in my small town in Colorado. So these are very unique, interesting, different kinds of requests that our assistants have received, and they've been able to navigate those. Couple of the ways they do that, because these are just, you may not run across these kinds of situations frequently, and so it may not be in your wheelhouse or in your toolkit to know how to handle those kinds of requests. So you need to lean on other people and ask other people for input, which you can go to Reddit and you can go to Google and you can go to different places and kind of try to figure it out that way. Or you can talk to other people and maybe they have a framework that you can use. So we have a private Slack community for our EAs where they can hive brain, right? They can talk about things together. They can say help, there's a channel called Help Needed, and they can go in there and say, hey, my client wants this, this, and this. I'm thinking about tackling it this way. Does anybody else have any ideas? So we have that. One of the most interesting and surprising recommendations that has come across that channel more than one time, okay, so multiple times, is this idea. They will say, you know what I would do? I would join a local Facebook moms group for that city, and I would ask around who's got a recommendation. So, for example, with the Spanish tutor, this EA joined a local moms Facebook group, started saying, hey, are there any Spanish tutors in here? Anybody native to Mexico? Anyone close to Mexico City? Started to kind of ask questions in there and got local moms to source the information and hive brain with her and put her in contact with the right person to fulfill that need. That concept has been the solution for many things, many different things. Now, I can't join a local moms group. I'm not a mom. They would not let me in, right? But our EAs can. And so that's been a great solution for them. Now, what is it about these groups? What is it about a local Facebook moms group? Now, I don't know everything that goes on in there, but here's what I know, a few things that go on in there. There's community engagement and there's trust. Like someone has experience similar to mine. They're raising kids. They're trying to balance life, kids, work, all the things, trying to figure out the best solutions for school and discipline and screen time. And so they're trusting each other for that critical information. They're also leveraging, like what I've been talking about, the hive brain, right? So you've got different pieces of input and you can find the best solution. But the third thing is referrals and personalized recommendations based on their locality. So this is a great way to find solutions that are particular to a local city without just relying on Google listings or things of that nature, or going down the deep, dark rabbit hole of Reddit. You think about this. There are tons of different use cases for an EA working in your business and in your life and sort of becoming a glue or a web to both places. All of that is in play and available to our clients. Like I said in the beginning, some people go to Google, some people go to a friend, some people go to a local Facebook moms group because the organic power is unbelievable of a local Facebook moms group. God bless. I hope this is helpful to you in some way or inspiring or interesting. Please consider subscribing and share away.